Hey guys, and get ready for another wild ride through the tumultuous world of TV talk shows. Forget the snooze fest, we're diving headfirst into the drama, controversy, and downright awkwardness that's kept us glued to our screens for over 6 decades. From eyebrow-raising moments to jaw-dropping controversies, we're about to uncover the juiciest, most cringeworthy moments ever to grace the iconic couches of America's living rooms. So, grab your popcorn and get ready. It's time for some unforgettable television history. Martin Short's late wife was brought up during this blunder of an interview. Martin Short can humor himself out of any situation, even when the legendary comedian found himself at the receiving end of a rather ill-informed line of questioning once during an interview. He managed to come out on the other side smiling though. Short was prepping for the release of his new movie Madagascar 3 in 2012 when he made an appearance on NBC's Today Show. The conversation soon turned to Short's life, with host Kathie Lee Gifford invoking his relationship with his late wife Nancy Dolman, except Gifford didn't seem to know Dolman had died of cancer in 2010. She asked the SNL icon, "How many years for you guys?" Short replied, 36, politely playing down the obvious gaffe. The host then went on to inquire why he was still in love with his wife. "I'm cute," he answered, in all honesty. Despite this mounting mess, Short deftly and gracefully maneuvered his way through the uncomfortable interview, and per Daily Mail, Gifford later apologized on air, revealing that Short had later privately filled her in on what had actually happened. The actor, meanwhile, stepped up in Gifford's defense, saying that one was susceptible to making mistakes on live television. It's not for nothing that Vanity Fair called Short the funniest, nicest, best of them all, and we couldn't agree more. Joaquin Phoenix was not thrilled about Jimmy Kimmel showcasing a private video. For someone who can deliver a mammoth of a performance when in character, Joaquin Phoenix is painfully and infamously ill at ease with interviews and everything that comes with public speaking. So imagine the degree of discomfort for the Joker star when confronted with a supposed private clip of him at his eccentric best, or worst, before a global audience in 2019. The actor was on Jimmy Kimmel's show talking about his Oscar-winning role as the tragicomic clown Arthur Fleck. And just when you thought Phoenix was finally loosening up, Kimmel delivered a blow by showcasing an outtake from the sets of Joker that captured the star in a grouchier than usual mood. He said some pretty crazy things on air, and Phoenix is heard snapping at someone off camera. He further berates one Larry for apparently making fun of him by comparing him to Cher. The video left a visibly embarrassed Phoenix fumbling for an explanation about how things sometimes got tense for actors at work. Larry from the outtake was revealed to be a cinematographer, Lawrence Sher. While Phoenix issued an apology on air to Larry for his outburst, the crew member later claimed that their fight was apparently a prank that they pulled on the film's director, Todd Phillips. Tyra Banks asked to be bit by Hollywood's in-house vampire, Robert Pattinson. Nothing furthered the cause of vampires as Twilight did upon its release back in 2008. And as Robert Pattinson became the face of Edward Cullen, a million fan fantasies about the hot blood-sucking beast from Stephanie Meyer's book sprang to life. One of those apparently belongs to Tyra Banks, and the actor-model lived out a practically crazy impulse when Pattinson made an appearance on her talk show at the peak of the Twilight hype. "I want you to bite me, Robert, on my neck," Banks demanded of a visibly baffled Pattinson, who was then just 22. He relented. In what can easily go down as one of the weirdest moments on the Tyra Banks show, and that's saying something given the program's reputation, Pattinson leaned in and proceeded to give the host a supposed hickey as the audience cheered on. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, Banks announced that felt good. This segment won an honorary mention on The Cut for being one of the best from Banks' talk show interviews, while The Guardian dismissed it as an eyeball-grabbing stunt. No matter the polarity in verdicts, the moment sticks out as being one of the most memorable on TV. This moment literally prompted Meghan McCain to quit her talk show. All it takes to quit your job is that workplace colleague. You know the one we're talking about, the one who pushes your buttons like no one else. For television speaker Meghan McCain, that foe was Joy Behar, A single statement delivered on air by the comedian was apparently enough for McCain, her co-host on The View, to hand in her papers. The woman's political differences were a constant on the long-running talk show Per People. But things came to a head when McCain turned onto the show back in 2021 after maternity leave, one with a particular showdown with Behar apparently hitting a nerve. The Hot Topic segment was heating up during an episode when Behar snapped at McCain for interrupting her. The conservative host remarked with a laugh, "You missed me so much. You missed fighting with me." Call it provocation or brutal honesty, but Behar really didn't seem to agree with that. That revelation apparently left McCain, who was dealing with postpartum anxiety, in tears and drove her towards the exit door, Variety noted. In her memoir, McCain further alleged that workplace culture at The View was toxic, and following a Twitter squabble with Behar, compared the show to an ex who won't stop drunk texting you. Did Whoopi Goldberg fart on live television? If ever there was anyone who could let one rip on national TV without putting up their monumentally legacy in jeopardy, well, it's Whoopi Goldberg. That may or may not have happened. In 2011, things got a little too windy on The View, when it appeared that Goldberg, in all her Goldberg glory, had let one slip during the daytime talk show. Actor Claire Danes was speaking when a toot rang out on stage, and Goldberg tried to cover it up with her impeccable comedic timing and admitted owning the awkward moment. ABC later cleared the air, saying it was all in good fun. Goldberg seems to have mastered the art of being comfortable in her skin. What with her on-air candor about cutting the cheese, the gag caught up with Goldberg in 2014 when she found herself at the center of what The View dubbed fartgate, an innocuous farting incident during a live panel that Goldberg later claimed was a joke to cover up a stray sound effect. "I make funnies, I don't fart on air for real," she said. But you wouldn't put it past her to do the deed since, as her granddaughter claims, her legendary nickname Whoopi only came about because, well, we'll let you put two and two. This amazing realization Jimmy Fallon had about Nicole Kidman. Everybody likes Jimmy Fallon, even Nicole Kidman, except Fallon didn't know just how much until the Hollywood star told him. While chatting with the bombshell actor on his talk show in 2015, Fallon recorded an early first encounter with her after a mutual friend arranged their meeting. He rambled on about prepping to receive the actor at short notice before an amused Kidman threw the host off balance by retelling her version of the story. She revealed that she had a bit of a crush on Fallon, then, as the dumbfounded host unleashed a volley of dramatic "wait, what?" with overtones of disbelief and hope, Fallon asked Kidman if their first meeting, unbeknown to him, was actually a date. Kidman spilled the beans, much to the embarrassment of Fallon, who disappeared under his table. Though both celebrities are happily married to other people, and Kidman later admitted regret over being so candid, the adorable revelation is still quite the viral sensation on social media, where clips of it are abound. Kidman also made a bit of a wink and nudge reference to their what-if romance during an interview with Fallon 6 years on from that golden, awkward moment. Thanks for joining us through this crazy video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, brace yourself for more hilariously awkward encounters.